Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Taskmaster Tuesday. It's the last task of the season. I probably will not be able to win, but I might at least get some points to, to salvage some of my honor, whatever's left of it. The tally of the scores, I'll do a separate video on that at the end of the season. So after all the videos from today have been published and we know what the exact tally is, that is when I'll make a video and show you what the total scores are and who won the first season. Anyway, today's task, Torpedobeats. We have the Admiral's choice, which means you can pick a nation of your choosing, so long as it's not China, because they're the enemy. We're going to have 1 light cruiser against 10 destroyers. Building restrictions, no torpedo launchers. Maximum 1 single 5-inch gun, and unlimited 2-inch guns. No other guns are permitted. The points can be gained as follows. Killing a destroyer is 1 point. Surviving for at least 20 minutes in-game is 1 point. Killing 5 destroyers or more for 1 point. Kill all of the destroyers for 1 point and do not get hit by a torpedo for 1 point. Now, kill a destroyer 1 point means that if you kill any destroyer, you gain 1 point. But the achievement is for killing a destroyer, at least I'm reading it, not as 1 point per destroyer. So, we're going to be designing a light Italian cruiser, or an Italian light cruiser, and seeing if I can dodge Chinese torpedoes for as long as I can. Considering what I'm up to, I think a very small hull would be ideal. 474. 423. Best auxiliary engine. Best shaft, 302 meter turning circle. If I slow the ship down, I might be able to do better. 274. Considering the starting range is 3,000 meters, I think I'll take all the turning circle I can get. 21 knots, a turning circle of 192 meters. If I were to up the displacement to max, 238. Let's see what I can do with this small hull. Bulkheads. All of them. I'm going to be firing diesel engines because I think that I might need to be able to turn in quickly. Or sorry, to throw my engines in reverse. Armor scheme? A 5-inch gun from a destroyer can still hurt pretty bad at short range. So if I want to survive, I might need to at least have some form of a citadel. Let's go for a turtleback. Maximum anti-flooding, flash fire chance of fire. You know what, this is fine. I'm going to go with standard bulkheads. I'll probably regret that later. High-end sonar. We're going to throw on a funnel. Seeing as I have a terrible speed, engine efficiency should be 100. Give me an excellent radar and give me a coincidence for rangefinder. Now we need to have at least 1 main gun and we're only allowed 1 single 5-inch tube. 1 single 5-inch barrel. The rest, unlimited 2-inch guns. Very good. Let's ensure that those 2-inch guns at least fire as quickly as they possibly can, and that they turn very quickly. Alright. Finding a good spot to put these on, so that they can still turn, might prove difficult. I'm going to put these on manually, facing outward, because I don't trust the AI to be able to rotate them. But if they're already pointing outward, they probably should function. So, that one there. This one turns. This one goes up here. Come on. Can I make a small barbette? Yeah, there, but that's not where I want it. That's just a tall super firing barbette. That thing is enormous compared to the superstructure. Aft weight offset 15%? That bad, huh? Probably the superstructure being too heavy. The funnel has to be sticking to the floor. Remove those turrets. Put that turret over there. Slide 4 weight offsets. Come on, sit. 3.9. Shift this thing slightly back. No, forward. Needs to go forward. There we are. 0.5. Put these guns back on. Put these guns back on. Make sure this one's pointing out. Can I place any... Oh. Hold on. Yes. More 2-inch guns. Unfortunately, you cannot put them on the spot where you would normally put a funnel. It's not a valid spot. Alright, rotate these things. That way. That way. There's a few more here. Come on. Pick it up. Rotate it. Put it down. Pick it up. Rotate. Put it down. Now I have a hefty 4 weight offset. Why? There. Doesn't have to be perfect. This one needs to turn. There we go. Right. Torpedoes not allowed. We're going to be firing super heavy lyddite shells. For no other reason than it just simply blows up destroyers as quickly as possible. Armor on a light cruiser? Right. 6 inches, I guess. Put that everywhere. I'm gonna have a ton of displacement left. Barbette 4? That barely makes a difference. Maximum Citadel? Citadel 5? Triple hull? Maximum bulkheads? I was not going to go for that because it... Well, I was assuming it was going to take me extra weight, but since apparently I have weight to spare. Armor up the secondaries. Armor up the deck plating. This is going to be a pretty heavily armored light cruiser. 6 inches and she gets away with it? Wow. That's what she said. I think this is it. The Taranto. Terrible speed. 21 knots. She's just going to be very, very lightly cruising around. And with a turning circle currently 181, we'll just have to see if she can actually perform in this task. It's not going to be easy. Because if I get hit by a fast torpedo, I'll also go down very fast. Let's have a look. Alright, everybody ready? Fasten seatbelts. Here come the torpedoes, here come the destroyers, and here goes the Taranto. What are these destroyers made of? Guns, torpedo launchers, and more torpedo launchers. And some more guns. Target that, smoke up when you can, and start heading away. Slowly. Slow the ship down to 17 knots. Torpedo spotted. Considering my very good turning circle, I think I'll be fine. Oh, hold on. They ran out of torpedo launchers for their 1x1 deck tube, and now for their 2x5 deck tube. So they don't have more than one shot. That is particularly good to know. Stern 2-inch guns are trying to do their level best, but why are all these guns pointing inwards? Asking for a friend. And what? Why are all these pointing inwards? Oh no. Well, they're still turning. You're still turning. Maintain your turn. I'm gonna have to take a screenshot of this ship while it's not completely torpedoed yet. It's a sort of 2-inch galleon. Alright. But then again, I need a shot with a torpedo, because this is about Torpedobeats. Here's one set. Now, I can survive for 20 minutes in-game time and I get a point. I want that point. Range 3 kilometers. We are starting to get locked on. And we're starting to do damage. But they're only 2-inch guns. So it's going to take them a while to take that thing apart. Even though we're firing super heavy lead-eye shells. Or... yeah, super heavy lead-eye shells. That single 5-inch gun is probably not going to pitch in with very much. Come on, come on, come on. Fire and flooding, very good. These destroyers are all very, very close and cannot launch torpedoes because of that. Or at least not the outer ship. The La Ofa is flooding. Oh, you still have a second shot. Because you still have a second launcher. Maximum bulkheads. Yeah, well, I have maximum maximum 2-inch guns. There's a torpedo trailing me. The problem that I do have is that these destroyers are markedly faster at 35 knots. And therefore, they'll be able to very quickly overtake me. If they're traveling at full speed. Oh, I think whoops. I think I might need to make a hard turn to starboard because there's a wave of torpedoes coming in. Don't want that. Don't want that. Come on, come on, come on. Use that excellent turning circle. Now, if I can kill a destroyer, that was 1 point. So that's doable. 1 point. 1 point. Give me 1 point. Laufa. Structural integrity 35, but buoyancy 0.8. Laufa is down. Torpedoes have passed. We're going to turn hard to starboard. Okay, so we got 1 point for killing the DD. Survive for at least 20 minutes in game. I might be able to do that at 56. And yeah, I still need to do another 16 minutes of this nonsense. Kill 5 destroyers or more for another point. Kill all the destroyers for 1 point. Do not get hit by a torpedo. 1 point. I have to be a bit careful with the Ligia, because she still has all of her torpedoes. I can't see what these guys have been up to, but I know that at least one of them launched. Ligia just launched her torpedoes. Her bow is on fire. Are all of my 2-inchers working? Yes. My broadside build seems to work. So, unlike what the editor's telling me, or was telling me, these things can turn. Torpedoes in the water. Increase the full. Hard to starboard. Massive damage as a whole host of 2-inch shells slams into the Ligia. Come on. The whole ship's on fire. Can I get an extensive fire kill, maybe? Just the turning circle in this thing. So far, structural 97. I've already killed 1 DD. Oh, no, 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 no. They're launching again. That's the stern launcher. Oh dear. Double or nothing. We're gonna have to turn into those torps. I hope that I can bypass them. Is there more of this Chinese ordnance coming my way? Yes. Here. Alright, we're fine. Let's turn away from the enemy destroyers, maybe. Not turn into them. Because so far I haven't had really great results with that in various scenarios that I've done. Gotta avoid these torps. There are torps from over there. The moment that they're launched and I change course, I should be fine. Second destroyer is down. Feel free to pick your own target, so long as it's not something ridiculously far away. Torpedoes launched from the Jingxing. Come on. With the extreme turns that this light cruiser is doing, it's taking the 2-inch guns quite a bit of time to once again line up with the target. Oh, more torpedoes in the water. Let's see, you're out of torpedoes. You're out of torpedoes. You still have 10. You're out. You still have torps. You still have torps. You still have them. You don't. So, slowly but steadily, I can get more aggressive. I'm keeping a very close eye on the Jingxing, because she's dangerous. She can still fight me. Current speed, 21 knots, or near enough. Why are you not launching? You are. You just did. Jingxing just ran out of torps. Aside from that, no warnings. So now I can more or less try and chase you down because you simply don't have any torpedoes left. Just run into them. Run right into them. Hami is taking some more damage. Not necessarily a big threat, but she has to go regardless. Torpedoes coming in from the stern. Whoa. Might have come in from this one. That was close. With a little luck, they're going to get hit by their own torpedoes. New target. The Hangzhou. Especially if these guys are so close together, they're asking for it. Speaking of, I'm asking for it. Maximum turn. Starboard, starboard, starboard. Oh, crap. I might be able to squeeze through that gap. Steady as she goes. Throw into starboard turn now. Not too sharp. That ought to do it. Steady as she goes. Steady. Oh, no. Hold your breath. Try not to get torped. Those things are not interested in taking prisoners. I got one on my stern as well. Yep. Torpedo beat complete. That might mean that some of these DDs... Yep, they're out. So these 4 are defanged. They don't have anything left. There's one of them that has torpedoes. That's the Pingu. Target Hami. Closest ship. We can finish it off. I consider myself lucky that these DDs are not packing reloads. Because if they did, then they could do this all over again. Jingxing is very quickly getting ripped apart by the 2-inch guns. Oh, the Hami survived. Fine. I'll get back to you in a second. Dead. See Gongli. Serious damage from the 2-inch guns. The 2-inch guns probably have inflicted a lot more damage. Yeah, 9,500 versus 500. Another DD bites the dust. Look at this. Boom. Dead. Too much fire. Both in the sense that there were too many fires and there was too much incoming fire for that DD to survive. Flooding on the Hami. Hami's down. Hangzhou. Just double checking she doesn't sneakily still have torpedoes. Well, to their credit, they have some armor. 0.2 inches of it, but it's not going to save you from 2-inch super heavy shells. Alright, times 5. Pingu still had torps, right? Yeah, she still does. Come on. This would have been terrible if I accidentally ran over the destroyer and thereby rammed it, causing massive amounts of damage to my ship and thus losing it. That would have been terrible. Now I'm doing 21 knots, sorry, I'm doing 20 knots after having sustained some damage. How fast can you go? This is the Jingtonglu. 35.5. Yikes. You're way faster than I am. I can only hope that I get enough shells on it. There we go, that she starts flooding. Because now she's doing 33. 31. 29. 28. Oh, I'm running out of... I'm running out of 5-inch shells, but the 2-inch shells should last at about 42,800. 24.5 knots. How's the Pingu doing? Pingu launched her torpedoes. I'm not sure what course I was on when they launched. Here. Yeah, I would have definitely met with those. Wouldn't have been a friendly greeting either. So now the Chinese group has nothing left. Now it's just a matter of time. And so far, despite what I have been doing in the previous missions, the previous tasks, I have not yet been hit by a torpedo. And unless one of these destroyers turns into a torpedo, I'm not going to. Come on. 78% structural integrity. Can we get a couple of buoyancy hits? A couple of flooding hits, maybe? Incoming shells. Can you damage me at all? Gao Cheng, what's your chance to pen? 1.7%. I'll probably be fine. As opposed to you, you're flooding badly. These things are doing 35, but the Gao Cheng is not. Gao Cheng's dead in the water at 1.9 knots. She's completely undamaged, so I'm suspecting the formation bug is at play here. Down. You can wake up ships which are in a formation bug by firing a torpedo at them, but those were not allowed. So she's not going to wake up. She's just going to sit there, trying to deal damage with a little 4-inch gun. And my 2-inch guns are going to rip her apart. Oh, there she goes. She woke up. Suddenly speeding ahead at 33.5 knots. Ah, come here. Let's try and cut them off. My fear, however, is that this one's going to get away. It is entirely up to the AI whether they stay and fight or run off. And considering their chances to win are absolutely dreadful, I think running off is the better choice. Gao Cheng 63.59, 61.58. How many shells have I fired? 3,500. Whew. It's adding up quickly. Pingu keeps heading away. 12.5 kilometers out already. Chance. Oof, I need to be at 6 kilometers in order to get that one. Wait, are you turning around? That would be a that would be a really bad idea. But they're doing it. I'm not sure why, but the AI thought, you know what? Whatever. Send in the Pingu. And you know what? Maybe we can just ram the Taranto. Although I kind of doubt it. Because by the time that she gets into 6 kilometer range, she's going to start taking shells. Maybe at around 5 or 4 kilometer range, we're going to actually start hitting. And if she starts to get into 3 kilometer range, I'll just turn fully broadside and bring all the guns to bear. So what this little destroyer is doing, I have no idea. There. We're firing, but our chance to pen is 0.5%. The thing is, I only need to get lucky a few times to flood it. Just doing a little bit of damage. Slowing it down. 35.5 still. Come on, sunshine. Your secondary tower took a hit. There's your main tower taking a hit. No, sorry, it's not the main tower. It's just the bow. 5.3. Speed 35 knots. I'm not sure if I built a light cruiser with a secondary armament or a minigun at this rate. Still holding at 35. There we go. 34, 33. That flooding's gonna hurt, buddy. 33 holding. But the range is slowly decreasing. 33 still, 32.6. Another few hits to her bow. We might be able to cause a flooding there. Fire, 32.3. Structural, 77%. Keep popping. Damage to the main tower and fire. 32.2. There we are. Flooding. On the bow. Exactly where I wanted it. Make that bow heavy and push the whole ship down. 30.6. 30.5. Chance to hit 3%. 2%. Are you getting closer? Yeah. 4.7. Speed 26 knots. She's basically gone. Most of her ship's burning down. And they are definitely making an effort to reduce the flooding. But in the meanwhile, the rest of the ship is taking a ton of damage. And she's being reduced to 20 knots. That's what I can do. She never should have come back and fight. Terrible choice. Honorable, sure. But when you care about survival, not great. 18.8. 18.4. 18.3. Keep pushing. 18... 15.6. There she goes. Structural integrity is being reduced. Accuracy is boosting. Buoyancy is gone. 3 engines are out. She's done. Took me a while, though. Anyway, for points, this is excellent. I killed the destroyer. I killed 5 destroyers. I killed all the destroyers, so that's 3 points. I did not get hit by a torpedo, so that's another point. And I survived for at least 20 minutes of in-game time for another point. So total this week for me, and that's a first, is 5 points, which is full points for me. Probably won't win me the season, but I might at least get a little closer to the rest of the guys. Linked down below are their attempts. I hope you will enjoy their videos as well. Be sure to subscribe to them, give them a like, and let me know how you thought that their attempts are going to go in the comments. Thank you for watching. Again, totally if the scores will be up soon. And, well, Season 2 is about to kick off next month. See you guys then.